Oh, hi. Am I the only one that once I get into bed and am like about to fall asleep, that's when I remember things like, oh, I still have a hair tie in my hair, or I have earrings in, and I just stuff them under my pillow, and then I am just always desperately hunting for chapstick? I mention these things because I am finally solving these issues by making myself a little wall caddy organizer thing. I sleep against the wall, and that means I don't really have access to the nightstand where all of these things would live, and I'm a garbage person and tuck my phone under my pillow. Like, I'll have it charging while we're eating dinner and stuff, and then I personally don't have trouble sleeping almost any of the time. It's one thing I'm very good at. It's not like it keeps me up. I don't spend an outrageous amount of time looking at my phone before I fall asleep because it's like 5 minutes and then I'm out. I'm not going to defend anything about me having my phone under my pillow. I've been inspired once again by Annika Victoria's Make Thrift Try 6 challenge. I've watched every single one of her Make Thrift Try challenge videos and been like, I could probably get down with some of these, and I just haven't done them, but I will have submitted 4 entries once this project is done because that's how much I care about fabric scraps, which is the thing. There's 2 options. It's nautical and then fabric scraps. Partially because I have a hoarding problem, and also because, you know, it's not good to throw more textiles into the landfills that don't need to go there. So I'm basically making a little banner with pockets to go on the wall next to where I sleep. So I picked out like a neutral backing fabric and then scraps from that plaid dress I made earlier this year. I have some lace so I can tuck my earrings in there, other bits and bobs, and a little elastic scrap. And then to give this backing fabric more rigidity, I'm digging into my pant bottom pile. If you're unfamiliar, I work at a uniform store part-time, and I'm just forever hemming pants, and I can't throw any of the cuttings away. So I'm just drowning in pant scraps. But it's super thick canvas material, so it's really good for linings and almost working as like an interfacing. Okay, so I measured out the space on the wall that I can take up because we have some flags hanging on our walls, and then there's a outlet, and I don't want it going in front of either of those things. The maximum room I want to take up is like 12 to 18 inches, or 12 by 18 inches. I jumped ahead a little bit and I sewed together 2 of the pant bottoms. I just wanted to see what kind of size we'd be working with, and I think this is gonna cover it because I need my phone, chapstick, earrings, a little pocket for cough drops, tissues. Did I say tissues? Oh, and I'm also using a dowel. I should iron some of this, but it's also very early. I'm on a time crunch. It's probably not going to happen. Okay, I'm doing a very bad job filming what I'm doing because I'm just kind of winging it as I'm going and very much piecing things together and Frankensteining it on the fly. So I took my pant scraps, did some top stitching just to reinforce this back seam back here, and then I serged around all 4 edges. I initially was going to turn everything out, but I think doing it this way, serging the edges and then folding everything over is going to actually make this stronger, give it more rigidity, and that's definitely something I want to have here. So yeah, for the bottom edge and the 2 sides, I'm just going to fold them over once or twice and top stitch it down, so just do a regular old hem. I grabbed a skinnier dowel because I found the top band from that plaid dress that I made, and it's gonna fit. It's basically like a bias tape, and it's gonna fit the skinnier dowel in here. So if I stitch this closed again and attach it to the top edge, then that'll give me a little slot to put this. So I'm gonna do that. I also need some string to hang this from the thumbtack I'm gonna use to hold it in the wall. Yeah, maybe I'll attach that after. Okay, one thing at a time. Can you tell it's early and I'm like a little stressed? I need to hem the side and bottom first. Then I will attach this little tube to the top, and then we'll fuck with the dowel and the string afterwards. Okay, this is attached. I'm really digging how it looks. This is what the back looks like. It's already like pretty stiff. I'm into it. I haven't even put the dowel in yet. So this is the string I'm going to use. Oh, I have 2 pieces. These are actually the ties from a pair of pajama pants my sister got for her 16th birthday, meaning I was 8, meaning that these have been around for 22 years. So when I say I hoard things, I'm not fucking around. I'm gonna stitch one end here and here, and then I'll just do a little tie at the top. Okay, now I'm gonna put the dowel in here. Fingers crossed I didn't stitch too far in so it'll still fit. Okay. Phew, we're getting somewhere. Okay, because I'm trying to make this look nice now, I am gonna be late for work if I continue working on it. Finish this afternoon, and hopefully I'll just be less of a neurotic mess once I'm done my shift for the day. And I don't have to worry about being anywhere for anybody else. I just gotta show up for me. Well, hi, hey, hello. It is the next day. It's actually pretty early in the morning. I've been in the shop since about 5:30 a.m. Little Bert's fast asleep. I took most of yesterday afternoon off just because a conversation, well, it was mostly just someone talking at me, really brought up a lot of dark horrible shit. And yeah, I had to just like kind of tap out for the afternoon for my own self-preservation. Thankfully, I have today to just knock out anything I need to at home before the rest of my week gets really, really bonkers. So this should still be up in time for Wednesday afternoon, but I hate filming things the same day I'm trying to post them. I'm doing better today. The person that sent me into a spiral did not do so intentionally, other than just not picking up on when someone's getting very upset and uncomfortable about whatever you're talking about. Maybe just fucking put the brakes on whatever you're discussing. Be weirded out and end the conversation. That's fine. Or ask what is happening. Just like read people better. I don't know. Social cues are a hard thing to like teach someone. And I know I wear my heart on my sleeve. Like I'm very bad at covering my own emotions. But if someone's not cued into my specific reactions to things, like if I'm really, really mad, like actually pissed off, I go dead silent. But also if I'm really sick, I go dead silent. So I think my body language reads differently, but on paper, it's like the same thing. Although what happened yesterday, like I was on the verge of tears for a good chunk of time. So like, that was a little more obvious. Oh boy. Anyway, let's just focus on the project and do a little crafting therapy. These are the little scrap bits I have put together. I have them cut out to the size I need them. So like this guy is going to fit my phone. This will fit a pack of tissues. I'm going to add a little cam snap down here so I can put my hair ties around it. This little pocket is going to hold cough drops, and also I may split it in two so that I have like an empty wrapper pocket. And I have a little elastic here for my chapstick. And then I'm still trying to debate how to attach this lace, if I'm just going to kind of like lay it flat here. But this is where I'm going to hang earrings. I want to leave at least a little bit of a pocket, so if I have studs, I can toss it in, but it'll also be able to handle if I put like a fishhook earring through the lace. It won't just fall out. We'll have to play this one by ear, I think. Ooh, one side note I would like to make about taking yesterday afternoon off. I also made an attempt to go buy some fabric for a certain project I want to do for something else happening next week. That's exciting but scary. Someone wants to take photos of some of my stuff, but they mentioned specifically some costumes, and I'm like, I've been selling so many of them off. I don't have any of the like really awesome ones anymore. Do I dress as Hedwig? Maybe let's do a live stream and we can discuss what to do for this. Anyway, tried to go fabric shopping, but none of the stores I went to had enough of the material I wanted, and they also won't let me order online. Like I know exactly what I need, and it's at the store, so I know they stock it. And when I try to go online with that SKU and everything, it's either twice as expensive or I'm not allowed to order it online, and I don't understand, so I'm gonna have to deal with some customer service representatives later today. But once I got home, after being emotionally gutted and then very irritated, I made some food, I snuggled my pup, I shut off all the lights in my bedroom and watched the first episode of His Dark Materials, which is a book series I loved when I was younger. I've always thought fondly of it, but I also haven't reread it in probably 15 plus years. I think the last time I read the whole series, I was in 7th grade, and I even did like a book report on one of them. And boy, was it not a very good book report, but what a surprise. There are some things on first viewing was like, I don't know about this, but overall, I really like the look, the whole feel of it. I like a lot of the casting choices. Lyra's great. And yeah, I just like how they're handling it so far. I'm going to lose my fucking mind when Lee Scoresby shows up, because he's played by Lin-Manuel Miranda, and he has just the most attractive to me hairstyle of his and such a badass outfit. I've only seen kind of like the top portion of his costume, but I already want to make like a femme version of it. It's so good. I have goosebumps just thinking about how much I'm enjoying it so far. So even on a day where I can feel like my head is in such a dark place, a piece of media like this can just make me so happy and comforted, and also scared for the emotional roller coaster it's gonna take me on, but also very pumped that I can already feel how intense of an experience this series is gonna be, but in a good way. It's good, I think, when a show rips your fucking heart out, because it means you care about the characters and what's happening. Okay, so I'm just gonna stitch all of these on. Most of them are pockets, so I'm just gonna go around the 3 edges and leave the tops open. So that's the case for these 3. Nothing really fancy. You all get it. You're all gonna have to work within your own scrap parameters anyway. I'm just gonna stitch this and listen to a podcast, let myself chill out for a little bit, and then I will show you the final result, and then we'll get it up in my bedroom. Oh my goodness, it's done. Ugh, I feel so relieved. Does that make any sense? Is this something that happens to someone where they have an idea they think about all the time and just haven't done it yet? And this was not that time consuming, that it like gets exhausting and is just always burning a little tiny candle in the back of your brain. And now I got to blow it out and it's just like, I don't have to think about it anymore. As you can see, I put a couple things in the pockets, but let's go hang it up where it's going to live and stuff it full of more stuff. I'm in my bed. This is the wall space this is going to take up. Okay, let's prop you up on some pillows. Get a thumbtack in the wall. Because my phone's the heaviest thing in here, it's going to have to go. I should have put that more in the center. I think that's good. So if I'm laying down over here, I'm not going to like crack my head on it. It's not sticking out enough to injure me. Because at one point I was like, maybe I make myself a little shelf. Bad idea. I would absolutely just hurt myself. Oh, and I get to put my charger over here. So I want to make sure this is tucked out of the way. Yeah. Ooh, and also, if I forget to take my glasses off before I'm actually in bed, which I almost never forget to do, but there's enough room in these pockets that I can just add them right there. Yeah, I like it. This is genuinely going to make like my day-to-day life better. Why did I put this off so much? Probably because I don't think projects that are just for me are as worthwhile as projects for other people. Brains are just the best, huh? Oh, whoops. Now I'm in bed. I'm very tired. It's still very early. It's like 7 something. I need to not sit here anymore. Oh, goodness. Oh, it might be a 2-pot of coffee kind of day. Well, we did it. I'm so glad I finally gave myself the time to do it. This is good. I needed to do this. So I'm glad that was this week's project, or one of this week's project, because if you're new around here, I do post 2 videos a week, Wednesday afternoons and Saturday mornings. I'm gonna keep that schedule up till the end of the year. But come January, I may overhaul some things. I don't know. I have a lot of reassessing to do as far as my own businessy things, because it's been a year of mostly being self-employed and I've definitely learned a lot. So let me know your thoughts schedule-wise. Are 2 videos a week too much? Are the days I'm posting an issue? When do you come to my channel to check stuff out? This has definitely been my best year as far as keeping to a schedule, even though it's the most I've ever put out. But I've also had the time to dedicate to it, and all of you supporting me over on Patreon and viewing here, honestly, like those of you that make a point to not skip the ads at the beginning and the end of the videos is already making such a difference. I've at least doubled my income from Google AdSense because I was making $10 a month before, about roughly, sometimes more, sometimes less. I don't know if this is boring to anybody, but just for transparency's sake, I know the ad rates are higher this time of year. Like October they increase, November's even higher, and then December's the highest from what I've been reading. So it was probably going to increase a little bit anyway, but I feel like there's been an extra effort from everybody this year. Like if you can't donate to my Patreon or my coffee page or buy stuff on my Etsy shop, there's a direct impact. Where yes, I also hit 5,000 subscribers this year, but I have been nearing that for a very long time. Like it's been a very slow increase, so it's not like there's a huge new wave of people. There are more of you here now, which I'm so happy to have you here. We have a great community. I am so proud of who hangs out here. Like if I draw people that are as cool as all of you, like I must be doing something right, because all of you are fantastic, delightful, creative human beings, and I'm so lucky that you want to hang out in my little corner of the internet. I can't tell you how much it means to me having so many rad nerds around. You're all great and you make my life better, so thank you for that. So if you'd like to join me and the rest of the bog trolls, we're gonna make this a thing. I've been asked a lot recently what I call my audience, but I feel like I'm part of you, like we're all on the same level and everything, so I don't want any separation, and we are all bug trolls. So if you would like to become a bug troll yourself, I'll leave a little subscribe button up here and link to everything else like my Patreon and stuff down below. I think I can put a card for that somewhere here. As for previous videos, I'm gonna highlight my Luna Lovegood Elton John mashup because I don't think that many people have seen it yet, and it needs to be out in the world full force. So if you want to go give that a watch, if you haven't already, please go check that one out. I'm very proud at how that costume came out. I'm gonna go start the next thing on my list for the day, and I will see you all back here with another video on Saturday. Thanks for hanging out! More like play this one by earring, am I right?